Good morning, good morning. How are you, my beautiful people? I am just hopping on this morning, and this is going to be a short little training. It's to the point. I'm trying to find my drink. It's to the point, and all of us can think of this as a little lesson per se. Let me move my thing over here because it's kind of like a better lighting. There we go. I'm going to share this just to a couple groups real quick. Hope you all are having an awesome day. I am just recuperating from all the food we ate yesterday at the Cheesecake Factory. And I'm just like, oh my god. So I'm going to do a live later talking about it because it's so crazy to think like how much people think they're eating healthy, because I am someone that does watch what I eat, and how I easily consumed 4,000 calories. I'll do it. It's just a matter of realizing what's going on, and that I blurred out my background. And today I even did my makeup and my hair. Look at that. So today's topic is, do you have the balls to win? Not literally do you have the balls, but you know what I mean. Do you have the balls to win? Because a lot of people jump in this profession because they think that it's super easy, anybody can do it, when in actuality it's a very cutthroat profession, in my opinion. It's really hard. It does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of action. It takes a lot of self-discipline, and it takes a lot of determination, because when you get a lot of people saying no, or a lot of people not doing their work they said they were going to do, they're not showing up like they said they were going to, it takes a lot of courage and determination to just keep pressing forward versus giving up, right? So today's topic is, do you have the balls to win? So the B is going to stand for building a brand. You have to build your brand. What about you tells your brand? So I'm going to ask my clients, they can drop below, when they think of Ashley Bradley, drop in the comments, what do you think? What do you think about me? Or what do you think about my brand? What do you think of when you hear Ashley Bradley? And that's going to tell you what your brand is, basically. But the thing is people they got all these friends on Facebook, and they captured their hearts through pictures of their family and friends and whatnot, and then they joined the business and I messaged you, Angela. They joined the business, and then all of that goes away on their Facebook, and then it's like their family and their home life goes into the witness protection, and their life becomes about a company versus creating your own brand. What if that company were to fall apart? You wouldn't have a brand built because you were representing that company and what they stood for and their brand and whatever. But what I have done is I've created a brand for myself. So if no matter what company I join, my clients, my friends, they know me for me and the value that I bring outside of whatever company I were ever to join. So the next step is going to be, the next letter is A, and you have to take action. A lot of people think that people are going to come to them. It's going to be just this magic thing that you say, hey, I joined this company, and everybody's just going to flock to you. Your friends are going to support you. Your friends are going to support you. But it's not like that. It's, you may have a few, but it doesn't work like that. Your friends and family sometimes will be your least supportive out of everybody. More so, your random friends that you find on Facebook are going to be your most supportive people, because sometimes your friends and family have this hard thing to think that they can see you go into places that they're not going, but y'all came from the same place. You know, I know there's, you know, some people, they come from this small town and, you know, their kids become farmers like their parents, or they have had it instilled in their brain to go to school for, you know, 8 years to go into debt and go into this career and work 30, 40 years for somebody just to retire and barely survive. When, like, for instance, I had that. I worked for the state. I had a retirement, and I had all of my medical and dental paid for. I had all these things, and I threw it all away to take a chance on me and what I wanted to do and the vision that I had for my life. So I had to take this vision that I seen and let it take me places that I never could imagine because of the naysayers. So I took action to show up every day to prove them wrong. I took action to reach out to people even though it was uncomfortable. I took the courage to hit the live button, to go live every day, to let my friends and my friends that don't truly know me get to know me. So it takes courage, but you have to take action. Action is very important. Next is going to be L, and that is learning. You have to learn or you're going to hit a limit. So for instance, my book is by my bed. I'm always reading something, watching trainings. I'm always learning because the law of the lid is real. You cannot grow past a level that you haven't hit yet. So like your knowledge stops here, but you can't expect to go here if you haven't grown up to the lid yet, right? So you have to remember that you always have to be learning or you're going to hit a limit. If you want to be $1 million earner, you have to change your mindset. You can't think like you do right now because you're thinking as, sorry, can you get her a snack? You're thinking as someone making, you know, 5 figures a year. Some people 6 figures a year. You're not thinking like a 7-figure earner, you know? And the next is going to be another L, and that is building a list. You have to always grow a list because a list is so important. If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. That could be an email list. That could be on paper. It doesn't matter how you start as long as you create a list. And you have to use this list because that list, your brain can only hold a certain amount of people's names. It can only hold a certain amount of information. Whereas if you dump it on the list, your brain can consume more information, right? So you have to always be growing a list because your list is your network. Your list is who you want to talk to, right? And last but not least is going to be S, and that is going to be skills. If you have no skills, you have no pay. You know, if you have moderate skills, you have moderate pay. If you have excellent skills, you have excellent pay, right? Jaden, get out now. I'm live. He's messing with her wagon. So you have to ask yourself, have you built the skills to be where you want to be? You know, just like a doctor, you can't say, I got the skills to be a doctor. I'm ready to go and give surgery on a patient when you haven't practiced your skills enough to be a doctor or to be a lawyer or whatever it is that you want to be. So you have to ask yourself, do you have the balls, right? And now you have to ask yourself, after you've asked yourself if you have the balls, do you have the courage that it takes? Do you have the courage that it takes to do what you want to do? But do you have the courage that it takes to get to the next level if you aren't where you want to be? You know, this live thing has been the most terrifying thing to me for 6 years. And I have went live every day for the last month. Tomorrow is my 1 month. I've went live every single day providing some sort of value, whether you follow me for business or whether you follow me for health. So I didn't have the courage for years, but all of a sudden I was like, why am I trying to fit the vision that someone else has on my life when they may not even have a vision for their life, you know? So it's like we're trying to, you know, make all these people happy that don't even matter, you know? And it takes courage to do a live. How many of you would do a live if you were asked to? Say yes or no in the comments. No way, I wouldn't do a live. Yes, I would do a live, you know? And that'll tell you, like, who has the courage to do it. And a lot of us don't, because it takes a lot to press that play button. It looks simple to the average person, but to hit that play button and to go live in front of God knows how many people will see your video, how many people it will be shared to, it takes a lot of courage. So, you know, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, and that's how I've started changing my vision for mine and my family's future. You know, I used to live in this, like, this vicious cycle of, like, I felt like I have to hold on to my money, like I have to hold on to it because I may run out, or, you know, like my husband was like, actually you have like a multiple 5-figure savings account, like why are you so scared, like you're afraid like your lights are going to be turned off the next day. But I think it was because, like, I had this mentality of, like, I could have it all taken away. Even though I know I can grow it again, even if I did, I know I could do it again. Like, it took me a long time to leave my last company to come to my new company because I was terrified. Like, I knew I wasn't compensated the way I should. I knew that I had the skill set that I needed, and I knew that I would be compensated more at this new company, but for some reason I was so afraid of that little bit I was making with all of that work. I was so afraid that I was going to leave and I was going to lose it all and I wasn't going to be able to, you know, get it back. But I took the risk. It was a big risk. My husband was in school. I was, you know, he's in school still until next month. But he's in school, I'm carrying our family. It was a lot of pressure on me, and I took the risk and I changed companies all in the mix of that. And it took a lot of courage, but I took that risk. And with that risk, I won. I replaced my income. In 4 weeks. What it took me 6 years in that company to build, actually, that wasn't even, it was literally I'll never forget, it was May of 2020. I had my best year in business. So it took me 5 years, and I got my best year in business in my first month, if you compare it to my last company. It took me 1 month to get that. And you know what? The second month, I got even better. In my third month, I had the best year in business, I'm at the best month that I've ever had in business right in this new company. And it literally took me 3 months to have my best month in business. So it goes to tell you, like, how quick God can change your life. It doesn't matter, but pray about it. Like, I'm telling you, you have to trust in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know that you have the power and you have the control to change your life no matter where you are. I was terrified, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't. I was scared to death. I literally was terrified, you know, but I took the risk, and the reward was so much bigger than I ever imagined. So, if you have the balls, hit the heart button. And I hope that all brought you some value, and I hope you all have a great day.